Hello from St. Anne Catholic Church in Grants Pass, Oregon. I'm Father Bill, the pastor here at St. Anne, and as well as Our Lady of the River and Cave Junction Mission, St. Patrick of the Forest. I want to give you an update on our limited opening for Masses. So last week I offered that we will be starting this, and we didn't have a date. Well, today I want to give you the date and give you some basic instructions. All this can be found also on our website. So number one, we will be opening up the Mass for a limited number of people, total of 25, beginning on the weekend, the Sunday of May 24th. We'll have 4 Masses on that Sunday. They're each about a half an hour each. There will be a sign up for that. And also during the weekdays, we'll have 2 Masses, Monday through Friday. We'll continue recording the Mass on Saturday evening so that we can push that out for people that are maybe homebound. We'll also be trying to stream the daily Mass so that people can watch it on Facebook, also live or later in the day. So that's the basics. Other parishes are going to be opening up on the 23rd or the 24th. Some may even be on that Wednesday, the 27th. Again, in the Vicariate, they may vary a little bit, but overall, this is the weekend, or that weekend, the 23rd and 24th, when this is going to be beginning for the parishes. So here at St. Anne, how can we do this? First of all, who can come? Well, parishioners are invited to come and invited to sign up, knowing that we will have a sign-up system. But there is a caution because this is a time of serious concern for people's health. So the government, and through the recommendation of health professionals, are saying people who are 65 and older are in a risk group, as well as people who have other medical conditions that may make them weaker if they got sick. And so, like if you had asthma or congenital heart failure or whatever it might be, maybe even a cold, if you are sick and you're having any kind of issues coming to Mass, we might turn you away. And we would ask that while you sign up, be mindful of your health. We don't want people coming in here and getting other people sick. We will be offering masks for people. If you have a mask, please, I urge you to wear it. It's not required, but it's a great sense and a sign of our looking after everybody else. And keep in mind, this is who we are as Catholics. It's not just what I want. It's what's good for the community and what's good for the whole, the common good. And so as we then go forward, know that that age group, anybody with any risks, anybody that has any weakness of any kind physically that may put them at risk, we're asking you to seriously consider whether you should come or not. Now, knowing this, how in the world do you sign up? Well, there's going to be 3 ways. One is going to be online, second one will be via phone, and the third one will be in person. So how do we do this online? Well, basically, we're going to ask that you get a hold of your computer, and you can go to our website and click the link when we begin the sign-ups and go from there. But I would get prepared before you do that. Sign-ups are going to begin Monday, that is May 18th here coming up. And on that date and going through that Thursday, this coming Thursday, you'll be able to then, with your computer, sign on for a Mass that is good for you and also sign on your family members, as long as there's space for them. And you'll know if there is space when you get on there how many are possible. And so you may have to divvy up people because if you have a family of 5 and there's only 2 spots left, you may have to rearrange some things. What's going to be asked of you is your name, your address, and a phone number so that we can do what's called contact tracing. So if you show up and you get sick or somebody else is at the Mass and we find out they get sick because of the COVID virus, we have a responsibility to then call everybody that was at that Mass and let them know because they might have been exposed. So once you then choose what fashion you're going to do, I want to start with the details for the signing on online or registering or signing up online. We're using an online company called eventbrite.com. And you can go to eventbrite.com and make an account for yourself beforehand. And I would encourage you to do that to make it much easier. So that's E-V-E-N-T, that's event, and Brite is B-R-I-T-E.com, eventbrite.com. And it's free to sign up. And I would do this. I would make sure you signed up before you click the link on our webpage or on our Facebook page on Monday at 9 o'clock when it starts opening. And then you don't have to worry about the sign-ins for Eventbrite. It'll just take you to the space for the church, and you'll be able to see what you can do. That's going to be the bulk of where people are going to sign up, and it's going to be the fastest, and allows us to manage it much more easily. You will be able to print out then a receipt that you were officially accepted for that particular Mass, and I'd encourage you to bring that receipt for you in case there was any kind of mix-up. The second way then is then to sign up via phone. And via phone, we're going to have 4 people waiting on the phones on Monday at 9 o'clock through Thursday. And it's 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock in that regard. You can remember the online is, as soon as 9 o'clock hits, it's 24 hours till Thursday, till we're done on Thursday at 5. So you can be at 9, you can be midnight on Tuesday if you like, and you can sign up with the online registration. And so then you would then call if you're doing the second version. 4 people will be trying to pick up the calls, and they will actually type in on the computer on Eventbrite your registration for you. And so hopefully that'll work for you. And if you have an email, that'll be even better, and you might want to stick by your computer so they may be able to help you with the registration. The third way will be in person. You're welcome to come on Monday through Thursday from 11 to 2 p.m. And we have a person, our pastoral assistant, Sandra Lopez, who will be in the Parish Center, able to do this very thing that's going on with the phones. That is signing you up on Eventbrite, because that's going to be the way we're going to figure out who's who and who's coming. So that's how we're going to do it. And I want to encourage you to really consider, are you able to do this? And if so, then take those 3 options and do that beginning on Monday. We hope that there should be no problem with room. You may not get the exact day you wanted or the time, but that's okay, because remember, we're going to have a lot of masses. So there's 4 masses on Sunday. There's going to be 2 every day during the weekday, Monday through Friday, and that's about 14 masses in a weekend. Or on a week, I should say. We're also going to add a mass for each of the missions. So Our Lady of the River is going to have an 8:30 a.m. mass on Sunday. St. Patrick of the Forest in Cave Junction will have their 11 a.m. And these are the normal times for them. They're separated. They're doing their setups differently and their signups differently. Since they're smaller, they're doing a phone tree and other approaches. So what I'm referring to is just St. Anne. So that's how you sign up. And the next thing would be, okay, so what are those mass times? So on Sunday, there'll be a mass at 8, 9, 10, and 11. So on the hour for those 4 hours. But mass, be mindful, is only going to take a half an hour. Everything's going to be shortcutted. There's not going to be any music. All the pews are going to be emptied of missalettes. If you have your own missal, that's great. You can bring that so you know what the readings are. If you want to print them out before you come, that'd be great too, because you may want to do the responses, or maybe you have a hearing issue, or you know a family member has a hearing issue, and that could help them. In our case, because of this, we can't have books because people will be constantly handling them, and we can't clean them all. When you do show up, you'll need to make a line. I'd encourage you to show up 30 minutes early or 15 minutes early, and that way we can check you in, and then you can come in and have your seat. We have more than plenty of seats that have been designated. It'll be taped off, and X's where you can sit, and taped where you can't sit for the different benches of pews. It's every other pew. So it should be obvious. During Mass, again, we'll be doing things a little bit shorter, because one of the most potent things we've been told by the leading officials is that the spreading of the virus occurs with proximity and time. So the goal of distancing ourselves is that proximity thing, and then shortening the Mass as best we can means time. So instead of an hour, it's going to be a half an hour. And with 20 to 25 people total, 20 people coming in because they signed up, and the 5 that are part of our, you could say, crew, and making sure that we can pull off the Mass for everybody. That's a total of 25 people. So doing about 25 communions won't take long. The homily will be shorter, the prayers of the faithful will be shorter, and with no singing, the whole thing will probably go only about 30 minutes. That way then you can leave easily, and then we can clean the church, and then the next group will come in. Doors will be opened and help you so that you will not have to really touch anything. We'll have one family bathroom that you can use. But again, we ask that as you're here, to be mindful of how much you touch. The doors will be open for you, and you should be able to just be able to sit in your pew. We will be cleaning the fronts of the pews afterwards, so that the next group can, because maybe you hold onto the pew as you stand up. I know I do when I'm in the community in this regard. So those are some recommendations. Now, so I've talked about what and when and how. But I also want to encourage you to keep in mind this sense of, like, this is going to be really strange for all of us. This is a weird way to be church. But I want to let you know that we can do this with grace and charity. And so there may be a mistake or two. And in fact, if there's human beings involved, guess what? There's going to be mistakes or two. So if something happens that isn't what you expected, maybe there was a mistake in sign-ups or something and your name is not on the list, I would beg your gracious mercy so that we'll have you come back another time when we can figure this out, what we did wrong. Remember, coming is not about oneself. Really, coming is about the Lord and giving him worship, but also being aware of the body of Christ around us. And we don't want to get them sick if we ourselves are particularly prone to the virus, or maybe we could be a carrier. So that's why, again, we're asking people things like, when you do come, don't be shaking hands and keep your distance. I think we're pretty well practiced at that as a culture these days, which is kind of a sad thing, but it's a real thing we got to do. So that's kind of the scoop. That's what we're going to do. And we'll keep doing this for a 2-week block. So signing ups are for once every 2 weeks. So we'll have you start this Monday, and then a week from now you can sign up for the next couple of months, in the next couple of weeks. But again, one time per person. And if you have to break up your family, that's the way that happens. And I just want to ask you to again be patient with us as we work out that plan and how things may or may not work out in the signups for you. If you have any questions, you can always call the office. Our number is 541-476-2240, and that's the number you can call to sign up as well. Stephen Vole, our business manager, is going to be kind of the guru in the tech side, trying to problem solve things if there's glitches. Everybody else will be volunteers other than Debbie. She'll be, of course, as our administrative assistant helping out, but we're trying to release her from some of this so she can do other things. Monday, for example, will be probably high on the number of signups, but it's also a very busy day for her, and I want to make sure that we can relieve some of the stress for her. And it's been so wonderful. We've had a couple wonderful volunteers who are going to step up and help us out with this. So that's the scoop. Thank you for giving me your time and listening. This is going to be quite an adventure, a little bit different than we're used to, but it's a step. It's a step to, again, coming together as community. And until I see you or Father Archie, until we see each other again, may God bless you and stay safe.